Hey guys, so I know all the hype is on the Highlands right now, but we haven't forgotten about the Model Ys. It's literally the best selling EV in the market today all around the world, and there is a reason why people are picking it over any other SUVs that are available. In terms of being an EV, the performance, the comfort, the ride, and literally everything that fits being an SUV is just there. Now, for those of you guys that have been waiting out to pick up a Model Y, I know you guys are anxious and waiting to see what there is to come with the new refresh. However, there is a reason why they're holding back on the Model Y right now and starting off with the Model 3 Highlands. Now, the very first obvious reason to that is that the Model 3 is old. It's a 7-year-old design till this day, and that means that it's time for a refresh, whereas the Model Y is a little bit newer and has a lot of changes going for it throughout the past years. If you can recall back, just not long ago, we started getting the structural pack coming out of Giga Austin for the Model Y, and the Model 3 is still lacking any physical real changes. But on top of all this, the Model 3 sales are slumping all over the world right now, whereas the Model Y is taking the lead in every single segment. People have generally lost the excitement for sedans, but more specifically the Model 3s because of its older design. Truth be told, outside of North America, nobody really wants a sedan. It's either a hatchback, a sportback, or an SUV. So the only place that is doing very well in is the States and Canada, where somehow the design still kind of favors towards the youngsters. I know I'm saying youngsters, but here you go. I am one of the people that really love the sedan design rather than an SUV, so this is why I'm waiting for the Model 3 Highland. But yeah, let's be honest here, in terms of design, we have been losing it to a lot of competitors out there, and this is not even talking about just EVs. A lot of ICE cars out there are looking really fabulous right now. So if you compare it to the likes of Neo, Xpeng, the Polestar, it just looks amazing. And then if you start comparing the likes of German vehicles like Audi, Mercedes, and BMW, you can see how much further behind the design of the Model 3 really is. Now, it's not all too bad because the Model 3 doesn't have a horrible design. I personally don't like the bug eyes in the front, but the rear looks really fantastic, and that can go for a couple more years and still look just as new as it was 7 years ago. I know there's always preference and there are people out there that doesn't like the busy design, but let's be honest here, if I pop some images on the screen, you can't say that they look cluttered any longer. They look very modern, very prestigious, and it just works very well in all sorts of ways. So yeah, what better vehicle and time to start with this refresh than the Model 3 than in 2023. It'll first start with the Model 3, dubbed the Project Highland vehicles, and eventually make its way down to the Model Ys. In all honesty, this is where the Model Y is going to benefit because the first generation of any redesign typically comes with a lot of bugs and kinks. So that means that all of that is going to be worked out before it makes the final rounds to the Model Y, and that's where you guys are going to get a lot more of a refinement in terms of the quality of these new changes. Of course, as time goes on, a year from now, things are going to be even better than they are now in terms of technology, so you might be even getting something that is drastically better than even the Project Model 3 Highlands. So yeah, don't feel too bad. If you guys can wait about a year. Q3 of 2024 is when this vehicle is going to be announced and released, so we're not too far away. But if you guys can't wait and you need a vehicle right now, make sure you guys pick up a vehicle with at least hardware 4, and that's what will ensure you guys to be future-proofed for at least a few years to come. But yeah, let's go on to the actual topic here. So as you guys know, the Model 3 is dubbed Project Highland, and the Model Y has been dubbed Project Juniper. There have been a variety of codenames used internally, such as Project Lone Star, Project Lychee, Project Tamarin, and so on and so forth. These are referring to vehicles that employees can discuss internally. The point of it is that if it somehow gets leaked externally, that the people that hear about it don't know exactly which vehicle or which project it's referring to. This is very prevalent at companies such as Google, Microsoft, and Apple when they're designing new phones or products, and this is the best way to keep the secrecy on the inside and make sure that it doesn't get leaked outside. So originally, when Project Highland was first uncovered, alongside that was a vehicle dubbed Project Juniper, and we would assume that this was the Model Ys. Somehow it just stuck along, and now we're calling the new refresh Model Y's Project Juniper, even though there has been no official indications of that. However, just recently, a source within a Giga Shanghai factory has a reference to a name that is outside of Project Juniper. This person was specifically referencing to the new Model Y refresh, and it was dubbed Project Panda. Now, we're not sure why it's dubbed Project Panda. It could be because the vehicle overall just looks like a panda, or it could be just another code name that they try to use internally. How credible this is, we're not exactly sure. I would definitely take this with a grain of salt. However, the source did provide the info to someone we do really trust, and this is Xiao to Shushu. He has been providing a lot of information online regarding Project Highland and Juniper. All the internal leaks and photos have been coming directly from him, so even with him tweeting this out, we're not too sure, but it gives us a little bit more confidence than if anybody else said it. So yeah, it could very well be that Project Juniper was referencing to something else all along, or they could have just decided to switch over from a code name Juniper to Panda because of external factors. Honestly, who knows what these code names could be from now till the final time it gets released, but it wouldn't affect us in any single way. These are only used for internal purposes. All we know for sure is that they are working on a new Model Y refresh to get in line with the Model 3 Project Highlands, so expect that by next year. Anyways, I know this is not big, but I just wanted to share that information with you guys in case somebody else refers it to Project Panda and we are just left in the dark. If it somehow turns out to be false or it doesn't gain traction, we'll continue calling it Project Juniper moving forward with any of the videos. But anyways guys, I will continue to keep you as updated as possible with Highland and with Juniper and with everything else relating to Tesla. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, and also follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't already done so at HeyJohnE. That's where I'll be providing you guys info outside of YouTube. Oh yeah, and just an FYI, we are nearing the end of the month, and that means that this house is gone. That means I am moving back to Vancouver, and that also means that a lot of my time is going to be spent inside of my ICE vehicle, so there's going to be a totally different background. This is all because the construction of the house I'm supposed to be going into is being delayed, and that means I'm going to be filming a lot of the content inside of my Honda. So please be patient with me. I will be heading inside of the studio once again very soon. Anyways, I do appreciate all of you guys for sticking along with me. This should be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is John once again. Peace out.